Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Adam RPG with me, Bring It On. I want to look at my quest log real fast. Okay, so I had the two NPCs mixed up. Ludmilla is not at the border guard fortress. That's Major Pronin. So what I was expecting to do was recruit Ludmilla for this quest from the, what's his name, the strategist? In Krasno. And then shoot down to Ultranoria and recruit the other one. But I can get Major Pronin while I'm here, I think. I don't remember what his quest is. Might be able to just convince him to join. I don't think he has a quest. Because Ludmilla, I think, is the one that sends you to the Wolf Cave in order for her to participate. Hey, a spoon. And one ruble. This is on the south side of the the fortress as well. These are people trying to go north. Also, something I want to check real fast. Where is my... I don't have a shield. He has my shield. Let's equip that. When it's equipped, it does not weigh anything. So even though I am over encumbered because I took off the backpack. When I equip this, I still lose 9 pounds. Or 9 kilograms, sorry. Cool. So we got that perk. Is it a perk? What do they call it in this game? I forget. What are they called? Perks. But yeah, neat. Oh, let's enter the border guard fortress. Let's make some money off this guy if we can. Yeah, we'll sell some meat. That's more than he can afford. We will do 4 instead. Well, he also has that. Perfect. An equal exchange of goods and services. You approach a small fortress. A mustached soldier at the gate raises his hand to stop, for you to stop, and lazily switches off the safety on his gun. Stop right there. He lowers his sunglasses and scans your person suspiciously. Do you have papers? What papers? What are you talking about? The soldier puffs a cloud of smoke in your general direction and raises sunglasses to their accustomed position, hiding his eyes from the world. What papers? You need to have permission to enter. A merchant certificate. The soldier starts counting off on his fingers. KRZ passport, a Paragonian residence permit, an indulgence from the supreme priest of the cult of Saint Slavic, party membership card, a taxpayer's receipt. Continue listening in silence. A good sketch of a thoracic X-ray, great Uphazio's seal, the mark of a blood relative in the northern barbarians, Daniel the prisoner's papyrus scroll, the bird temple's papal bull, intestinal microflora test certificate. Listen silently. An Adam student's transcript showing straight A's, an MJ, Kurtisov protective banner, a reference letter from the monarch of the Urals, the Northeast despot Sidorovich's unhewn torque, shorthand record of the secret sign plenary session. Listen silently. A token of respect from the Khrushchev Badlands, the seal of the Dnepropetrovsk trade cartel, an award certificate from the Akademgorodok Sufis, a certificate martyred status from the EAO spinning rabbis, a honey scroll of honor from the National Beekeepers Association, a pheromone book of the Ant Gestalt mind Myrmidon, VSEM song Crack Willow, written in binary code. Like Golo Tribe Memorandum. A prayer rag from Maghreb. The Heavenly Mandate. Tablets of the Mystics from the Baltic Shore. The Orange Catholic Bible. The secret book called Nagasta Kavada Kavakis. And a copy of the 1,000 Laws of the White Pygmy Papula Mountain Tribe. Yeah, I think that's everything. I get it. Will this do? Hand him some waste paper. The soldier examines the heap of scrap paper with unexpected interest, and then tucks it away in the bosom of his jacket. Then he puffs a cloud of smoke in your direction, and shakes his head so the sunglasses drop back over his eyes. Can always use more paper for roll-ups. Alright. I grant you my permission to enter the fortress. Oh, so you're the boss here. The soldier adjusts his helmet. The word peace is emblazoned across the front, and takes a drag on his cigarette. The biggest boss, leader of the Wolves of Paragon, a fighting unit in, well, Paragon, we guard the trade routes. Why did you hang those 3 over there? Those rascals? Yeah, they were caught robbing travelers on the road. We decided to make an example. Anyway, the guards need to have some fun once in a while. You can check their pockets if you're not too squeamish. Perhaps there's something left. That's a generous offer. Let's talk about something else. The fortress commander shrugs and takes a drag on his cigarette. Could you answer a couple of questions, Commander? The man is bored, and thanks to your charming personality, agrees to answer. Fire away. Tell me something about yourself. You can't exactly make out his eyes behind the glasses, but you sense the man squinting as he grins. Mother called me Artyom, and my guys call me Commander Green. It doesn't just sound cool. Green is actually an English word. Long ago there were people who spoke this language, until our country burned them to cinders. Hee hee. You're one heck of a polyglot, Commander Green. Let me ask you something else. You have my permission. Go on. What are you doing here? The man gestures broadly, as if to embrace his surroundings. I'm in charge of the Wolves of Paragon Company. Have a problem with Paragon? Someone there doesn't like you? Paragon won't lift a finger. Paragon simply looses its wolves, and there'll be nothing left of the offender. We're tough guys. Have you seen the muscles on some of my men? Hard as stone. The heart is also muscle, and theirs are too flinty to admit anything as weak as mercy. Why does your helmet say peace, then? Doesn't sound all that threatening. I'm suggesting something about the duality of man. I myself am highly combative, but my helmet says peace. It's a Jungian thing. That's quite a statement. Another question. Tell me about your fortress. The man sighs. They could have allocated better quarters for our company, sure. It's as tiny as a matchbox. You know the expression, the more the merrier. There are a lot of us crammed in here, but we're not merry at all. On the contrary, we're quite annoyed with our bosses, but for the awful quarters, and the even worse conditions in which we have to guard the site. Sounds like you're really annoyed. Let me ask you something else. Have you heard any rumors recently? After a quick glance around, the man lowers his head to look at you over his glasses. I don't drink that often, so the story didn't affect me as much as it might have, but still. This is about a man who decided to say goodbye to the sauce. He wasn't strong enough to quit drinking on his own, so he turned to a healer. For 3 nights, she skipped around him in a circle, hammering on a tambourine. At last, she was able to drive out his desire to drink, but she overlooked a very important detail. He had been enslaved to vodka for well over half his life. She had eradicated his love for alcohol, but with it all his memories, skills, and personal traits as well, because every facet of his existence was intertwined with his obsession with booze. So the man was turned into a nameless strider, but that's not the worst of it. People say his dependence developed into an entirely separate person. People who've seen him with their own eyes People who've seen him with their own eyes call him the indulgent one. It's all nonsense, of course. Where could you even find a healer for alcoholism? They're all charlatans, cheats, double dealers, and thieves. So that's what can change the nature of a man. I have another question. So that is a reference to Planescape Torment. I may have missed that the first time I played through here. I don't remember this conversation. I was gonna say the name the indulgent one sounds like the nameless one. But yeah, my response there, that seals the deal. That's cool. Alright. I changed my mind. Can I ask something else? I'm not going to report him. I think there's a... If you try to report Beard about smuggling slaves, before you confront him, you might miss out on part of the quest. The commander of the border guard fortress is still smoking a cigarette. From time to time, he raises his gun, as if taking aim at a distant enemy. He's obviously LARPing as someone with much more interesting life. I didn't mean to click on him. Okay. So we're going to start with this guy over here. A giant man rises in front of you. He's dressed in a uniform... Yeah, he's dressed in a uniform trousers and a stripy tank top. His mighty body oozes health and strength. However, his grin and the piercing glance of his icy blue eyes are giving you the chills. You look back at the giant as you recall the words of a wise advisor you once had in Adam. There are fighters whose eyes reflect the emptiness and horrors of the war. Avoid them. They are afraid of death. Then there are fighters whose eyes are filled with the drunken ecstasy of the battle and reflections of endless fields covered in their enemies' bodies. Avoid them, for death is following them like their faithful dog. It looks like right now you have to deal with the second kind of fighter. What are you looking at, son? Don't tell me that you've recognized me. Your face seems familiar. The fighter measures you with an annoyed look. Familiar? How come? Can't recall. Then why did you even mention it? Fine. What else? Let me be frank. You don't look like you belong here. So who are you? Who were you before? The warrior is cracking his knuckles. I appreciate your candor. Once you fought as many battles as I've had, you'll start hiding not only your name, but even your favorite brand of vodka, as if it was a matter of national security. I wonder which one... you don't want to say Adam, because then obviously you can't keep it secret. So I'm wondering if... Yeah, recruiting personnel for a top-secret operation, but I need to know who I'm going into business with. The giant frowns and spits on the floor. Personnel, recruit, top. These are the words only pen pushers and other corrupt scum use. As a matter of fact, you can hire me, but you can't recruit me. Chill out. Easy there, big guy. Does the name strategist tell you anything? The man stops still. His stern gaze is focused on you. Finally, the fighter crosses his arms on his chest and clucks with uncertainty. The strategist. Interesting. It's been a while since I've heard this name. But you're right. I've known the man. Long, long time ago, when life was way more fun. Fine. Listen carefully. My name is Major Pronin. Afghanistan, Angola, Bolivia, Costa Rica, Tanzania, Gru, and after all that, a border outpost on the road to Paragon and Krasno. I'm happy to hear that, Major. The strategist is assembling a team. Share the plan. The Major listens to you with a stony face, and then shrugs dismally. Sounds interesting, I must admit, but the bureaucracy got me trapped in here. I don't even know when I will be able to leave. See, for example, this is the duty roster for this month. The man takes out a yellowed piece of paper and starts to straighten it out on his broad palm. When the paper starts to more or less resemble a document it once was, Major Pronin takes out 2 more papers. Now this is the days off plan, and our work contract. What do we have here? Obliged to serve in the Wolves of Paragon detachment for 3 months, after the date of filing an official resignation letter in duplicate. Have you seen that? In other words, let's meet at the strategist's place. A smirk reappears on the vet's face. And with a swift movement, he stuffs the rolled up piece of paper with some chart printed on it with tobacco, lights up, throws the rest of the papers on the ground and leaves. The commanding officer aims his gun at the back and threatens to shoot, but then gives up and just waves his hand and lowers the gun. Yeah, let's meet. Alright, so he'll be an Ultra Noye waiting for us. In front of you stands a man armored like a tank. He's repeatedly striking his helmet head against concrete blocks, and crying out a kind of mantra. 1, 2, 3, blow, bell. Judging by the other guard's non-reaction, this happens on a regular basis. Hey, what are you doing, silly Billy? Are you mad? The soldier continues his self-torture. Either he can't hear you, or he's choosing to ignore you. Since you chose to insult him right out of the gate, maybe it's for the best. Attract the soldier's attention by tapping on his cuirass. He doesn't notice you at first, but after you tap him once more, he turns slowly, as if reluctantly in your direction. You flinch back from his oddly featured face. His eyes are unnaturally large and of different colors. He looks at you silently. When he blinks, his eyes aren't in sync. You're a mutant, aren't you? The soldier is silent for quite a while before answering in a muffled voice. I don't understand what you mean. You've been affected by radiation, or something similar. Radiation. No, I don't know what that means. What do you want? Never mind. Can I ask you a couple of questions? The man gives you a long look and suddenly frowns. You make a gesture as if to ask, what's wrong? I'm not answering questions. I don't like smart butts. Okay, then I'm leaving. See you. The soldier strikes the concrete blocks with his head while uttering an unintelligible war cry. He pays absolutely no attention to you. In a loud voice, hello, can I ask you a couple of questions? Nope, same thing. Is there anything to barter for? No. Alright, so what I should do is equip this real fast. So that should be hidden enough so they can't see me looting there. Stuff. I just can't open it. Interesting. Okay, where's my... Cool. I'm interested. What? How much slot picking do I have? 75, so... There we go, 46. We'll just take it all. Did I explore on this side? I don't think there's anything to explore on this side. Well, let's go check this out. There might be something over here. Then we'll talk to the last two NPCs. One of them should send us on a quest. Plus, can I collect that mushroom? Because I do need a bunch of toadstools for the pharmacist in Krasno. Alright, a happy-looking, pot-bellied man is hunched over a makeshift barbecue, keeping one eye on the suspicious-looking meat on the grill and whistling a jaunty tune. The cook waves you over. He looks friendly. Well, well, hello there, traveler. Looking to do some shopping? How about a discount for your old pal? The cook's expression turns stony. Trying to drive me out of business. It won't work. Fine, whatever you say. Show me what you got. I don't really have anything. Well, you know what? It might be worth swapping some of this for that. Because I can eat this on the fly where I have to stop and cook that. Oh, whoops. Here. I could ask a couple of questions. The cook smiles and nods. Yeah, I think I can spare a few minutes. Go ahead. How'd you end up working with soldiers? Before I worked at an inn in Paragon, but a tiny conflict of interest led me to quit. As soon as I got my layoff pay, I turned to some buddies working out this way, and now here I am. What was this conflict of interest? The man jokingly wags a finger at you, but answers nevertheless. I helped myself to a little extra from the inn's cash register, and then a bit more. And after that, a bit more. You know how it goes. Pretty soon it turned out I'd helped myself to half the annual profits. This caused a real deuce-up. Deuce-up? Deuce-stoop? Me and another waiter were accused of stealing, but they decided to fire both of us just to be on the safe side. And that's my story. Right, I see. Hey, why did I even tell you all that? You're one charming son of a gun. Respect. I see. One more question. More questions. As pre-war Western cultural icon Charles Brown famously said, good grief. What can you tell me about this lovely outpost? Hell knows. There isn't much to tell. The fortress of the border guards was built by some other warriors, long before we got here. It doesn't seem to have helped them much, since nobody knows anything about their fate. So many secrets here. let me ask you something else. What do you do for fun around here? This place is on the edge of nowhere. Yeah, there isn't much to do around here. But where there's a will, there's always something to do, and a way to entertain others as well. Plus, once or twice a month, a man from Paragon brings some girls to visit us here. Haha, if that kind of thing interests you, go to the inn in Paragon and ask for Arum. The cook throws you a saucy wink. I see. Something else. What have the people of the Wastelands been talking about lately? Sometimes a merchant selling diesel oil passes through our outpost. He told me that in addition to being a fuel, it's also a cure for the Tebel-Krasnov syndrome. He kept hinting that I might have this disease. Who does that clown think he is? My immune system is an impregnable fortress. What do you know? But I bet that's not all the info you have. Tell me more. From time to time, the fisherman from the big lake comes here to visit. He often tells tall tales of the fish he's caught. He said he caught a three-eyed catfish, a horned smelt, and even a goldfish. Like, alright, I've personally seen a three-eyed catfish, but a goldfish? That can't be real. So that's how it is. Heard anything else? It's being said that the factory men are now getting protection money from legendary moonshiner Petrovich. Not at all surprising if you ask me. So that's how it is. Let me ask you something else. That should be everything. Change my mind. Let's see. Alright, I'm leaving. Bye. And this guy. I wonder if this is Beard. He's sitting pretty on some money that I want. Alright, let's give him. Yeah, I forgot about the lottery. I should go back and look into that. See, 8 more. I should have some bottles to sell. Wouldn't mind having that fuel either, so let's go and drop that there, and... almost. You know, I'll take these as well. Alright, we'll take a small hit to our trade deal, but that's fine. You see a bearded soldier in a helmet and an old Soviet army shirt called a gymnasterka? He's rocking on his heels, his thumbs jammed into his wide leather belt. The soldier frowns as he sees you. So here you took our best fighter, Pronin. What the heck are you trying to do, man? Weaken the border? Sorry. I needed him for a very important job. Get out of here with that crap. He had a contract. How are you supposed to keep the road safe if people won't abide by their contracts? Or is that heap of muscles just supposed to do whatever he bloody wants? I can't understand your logic, if that's what it is. Then why didn't you stop Pronin when he was leaving? It's your contract, so it's up to you to enforce it. Ugh. The soldier opens his mouth for another tirade, but instead just waves his hand angrily. Why am I even talking to you? Perhaps it's for the best anyway. He was sticking his nose in other people's affairs all too often. See? Then it all turned out alright. The bearded soldier makes a show of adjusting his shirt with great dignity, and coughs into his fist. Let me ask you several questions. I'm not going to answer your questions. Talk to the other guys in the fortress. Okay, let's change the subject. Alright. Before you stands a bearded soldier, one of the guards of the small fortress at the edge of the more or less civilized world. Now, what else do you want? You must be Beard, right? How did you guess? The soldier smirks and strokes his thick beard, as if milking an unnaturally large and hairy teat. Yes, that's right. Pavel Beardov. Or just Beard. Are you by any chance the same Beard who works with human traffickers? You've got this soldier's attention now. He takes a nervous step back. Human traffickers? Nah, no way. Hee hee. Who? I don't know what you mean. Call the baloney, that's... I like that. Like the combination of two words there. Yeah, cut the baloney. I know all about your shady dealings. Or calm down. I'm interested in the job myself. What job? What are you talking about? Do you know that I come from a family of abolitionists? To assume that I'm somehow involved in the ungodly, disgusting crime of, human trafficking. Why, it's plain ridiculous. Oh, I can't breathe. Your absurd accusation has literally taken my breath away. The bearded soldier grasps at his chest and starts panting. He's really laying it on. From time to time he glances furtively in your direction to see if he's making an impression. Well done. If the USSR still existed, you have earned an award for your acting. But the USSR is dead and gone, and we're not shooting a movie. Okay. Let's assume everyone here is mixed up in some shady affair. For the sake of argument, including me. I wonder though what you mean saying you're interested in the job. What do you think I mean? I want to work in your organization. The soldier tenses up and presses a finger to his lips. Shush. No need to announce it to the world. Okay. I might know someone who knows someone who has some connections in the relevant circles. Perhaps I could pull some strings and get you a job, since you know so much already. How about this? I'll contact some people, and these people, who I barely know, will decide whether or not to give you a job or ignore you. I'll arrange a meeting, let's say, in the place called Rest Stop 10. Does that work for you? Frown doubtfully. Your proposition almost sounds like someone trying to lure me into a completely obvious trap. Hey, I didn't go asking you for work. Whether you follow up or not is your affair. But if you're sincerely interested in a job, you'll have to trust me. Let me mark the place on your map. Though you're not entirely convinced, you hand the map to Beard, who draws a tiny circle with a piece of slate pencil. He double-checks the landmarks relative to the location, and returns the map. There it is. Remember, the place is called Rest Stop 10. Got it? Great. I'm sure my comrades will find something for you to do. We'll see. Okay, I have to go now. Beard looks annoyed as if you interrupted him doing something important, not just loafing around. What do you want? I told you already. Go to Rest Stop 10. You'll receive further instructions there. Okay, I'll do just that. Okay, so it is, that's a trap. But I think if you report him to his commander immediately, you don't get to do the quest. I don't know where Rest Stop 10 is at. Is it this one? No, this one all the way down here. Okay. Let's head to Ultranoye real fast. So I still plan on going to Paragon next, but I am going to knock out this quest, and then we're going to come back up to the border fortress. Actually, what I might do... Yeah, okay, so I've got a plan. Actually, the guy... I think they said they were in Ultranoye, but I think the 18 people, they meet in Krasno. Yeah, just this one guy happens to be here in Ultranoye. Alright, let's go do some mercantiling. Still can't get this quest from him. Alright, so we need gunpowder. There's 8 for that quest for the Woman at Safe Journey Farms. So we'll trade that. So I'm pretty sure Fidel, yeah, he's carrying a lot of wire. Let's actually get rid of some of that as well. It's gonna be too much. Let's see. It's worth 906? Wow. Alright, Alexander is sitting on a ton of money, so we'll trade him for that. Oh yeah, I didn't discuss my plan. It's better to show it on the map, so I'll hold off until we're done here, and then I'll, Does this have the stuff that I traded him earlier? Okay. Lose 5 rubles that way, that's not so bad. Also some waste paper, and I want that, so... 2 rubles? Fine. There's still one merchant we haven't found yet that goes to the border, or the abandoned factory. Some waste paper, some money, and... let's see, 298. I'm paying more for this than I'm actually going to get out of it. So it's probably not worth it. That's really close. Alright, let's leave Ultranoye. So my plan for next episode, we're going to go to the Border Guard Fortress, recruit Ludmilla, because we've already done the quest that she wants us to do, which is to clear out the mysterious cave with all those wolves on the other side of the mountains. So yeah, next episode, I will meet you guys at the filling station fortress. Again, that's where Ludmilla is at. Normally she wants you to go to this mysterious cave here, which we've already done. It's where we found a piece of the Shadowy, as well as killed a bunch of wolves, and then we'll also go to rest stop 10 if there's time after the filling station fortress. Deal with that, go back up to the Border Guard Fortress, deal with that quest, and then head to Paragon, where we have a ton of quests waiting for us, and there's even more quests to do there. Paragon, not as populated as Krasno, but I feel like there's a lot more quests to do. You get a lot more stuff to do in Paragon. So I realized Krasno is on a river, so I assume that the Dead City is down this way. So it looks like it opens up into a body of water. Anyway, I am going to call the episode here. Already said what I was going to do next time, so yeah, off camera I'll head down to the filling station fortress. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next episode.